Hey guys, it's Chris. Welcome back to my channel. I am doing another not vendor sponsored, vendor spotlight video. And what this is, you guys, just so you know, is I have quite a few bags lined up for vendor testing. Unfortunately, due to health reasons, I cannot go up and down stairs. I can't be switching warmers kind of out all over the place, unplugging, plugging, bending over, that kind of stuff. Um, so testing itself has halted right now for me. Um, does not mean that if you do not want to vendor test with me, you cannot send me wax. Of course, you absolutely can, and I will put you, next in line. Obviously, I tell people, okay, vendor testing has halted for the moment until, after surgery and recovery, and then people say, okay, I'll wait. Well, the only problem with that is that if you wait and you um, if you wait and someone else gets their box before you, they're going to come before you. I do a first come, first serve thing. As soon as I get the box, I date it. So I know the amount. I usually cure a couple weeks to a month. And then I put you next in line. So if you do want to test with me, and I highly suggest you watch my How I Test video. Please get your boxes here as soon as possible. There, like I said, there's a little lag, but you also do have, I think, like 8 people ahead of you as of right now. So, 8 vendors. So in lieu of vendor testing at this moment, what I decided to do for the vendors, instead of just keeping everybody on hold and just having their envelope sitting there unopened, what I would do is just do little spotlight videos. And what this is basically is going to be a cold sniff. I try to throw wax in as I'm doing the video to see how it's performing so I can let you know. If I'm unable to do that for whatever reason, like I just did one and it's just kind of still heating up here. I got to the video before the tart had melted, so obviously I'm not going to have, the whole gamut of, I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly how it threw kind of thing, but I'm not going from, like my professional testing goes from the beginning of the tart to the end of the tart. Like, I put, from this hour to this hour, it was this strong for this long of time. And then from this hour to this hour, it dropped down to, medium for this many hours and this hour to this hour. So it's not as in depth, but I do suggest that if you want testing from me, please continue to send your packages, and I will absolutely, all this stuff, even though I'm doing a vendor spotlight video, this is not really a review video. It's not my professional review. My professional reviews, the only people, you subbies, my subbies, love you guys, but you will not see those videos. That's confidential between the vendor and myself. So what will happen is that they will get the link to the video. They are the only ones who will get it. Whether they choose to release it or not for promotional purposes or whatever, that's their business. What they want to do with the video at that point is their business. And what the videos are is they kind of sum up my tester sheets, because every single time, every single tart that I melt, and every single every single tart that I melt, I put down the what wattage, warmer it was in. There's just a whole list of questions. If you watch the How I Test video, you'll be able to see the tester sheets. So they also those sheets are scanned, sent to the vendor, emailed to the vendor, plus they also get the video, which is a little more explanation because, to kind of decipher my chicken scratch. So, it's very, very intensive. It's very long. I don't get to melt what I choose to melt, as far as my own stash goes. So I'm kind of doing this 24/7. So I just can't do that right now. So I figured in lieu of that at this moment, and I did make that announcement on my Facebook page. I do believe it's in Christine's Wax Talk, on my Wax Talk page. It's probably, I believe it's also in the Christine's Wax Talk for vendors and YouTubers only group. That's a private group just for vendors and YouTube reviewers. So I did, announce this, but like I said, if you're still interested and you still want to get a spot, absolutely, I have no problem. Just so you are aware, the actual professional testing right now is on hold till I get my medical situation squared away. What I can do right now is sit here and give you a little bit of information about these vendors that I'm going to be testing for. So that way they get a little spotlight, like I said, spotlight, what you call it, video. So who I'm going to do today is, oh, there's something else I wanted to say too, and I can't remember what it is now. Oh, and what I also wanted you to know is some people have been so generous with sending stuff when it comes to testing. Now, what I'm doing for the new year is I am scaling down because people would send me a box of stuff. And that would take me up to 6 weeks, you guys. 6 weeks or more, depending, on, I mean, if everything through for, 16 hours, I mean, 16 hours of tart, and you've sent me a regional A box full of different scents. I'm not really here to test out every single one of your scents and how every single one of your scents performs. I'm here to kind of test out your wax, and in general, is there things that need to be changed? I mean, of course I want an assortment, of scents. I don't want the same scent, obviously. But what I am asking people is to please send me 4 to 5 pieces in different scents for me to test. That way, the whole process will go a lot quicker also for you, for me, for the other vendors waiting in line. Anything after 5, you are more than, welcome to send to me if you want to do scent tests as far as how you're, is this scent too soft? Should I add some more fragrance oil? Should I even keep this in my line? Is it a do? Is it a dud kind of thing? I am more than willing to do that, but I'm going to be charging $2 per scent after the 5-cent maximum. So just so you know that. So say you send me 10 cents, that would be a total of 10 cents. That would be 2, 4, 6, 8, $10, price for those 5 extra cents. So just so you know, because it is really labor intensive, and to justify me charging over the 5-cent limit, please just, again, watch the how I test video and you will understand. So anyway, moving on, but the point of this was the vendor spotlight videos that I have been doing have been on people who have sent me tester bags. And so if you don't see as many in this one, this is why, is because I had talked to the vendor and asked her to please just only send me a certain amount. That way it would go quicker for everybody and it would be free. And that's what she did. So this vendor spotlight is the Glitterati Candle Company. And what they mainly do is these chunks. That's basically, I think, all they do. I'm going to go through and give you a lot more information about the company. That's what these spotlight videos are about. And I will also give you, how I do have a piece that I did melt and how it performed. So I will have that also. The owner is JANINE. I always mess up people's names. Actually, I should see if there's a card in here and all that kind of good stuff. Let me see here. I think there's a little sheet. Yeah, she actually sent me 6 cents, but that's, like I said, she probably just threw one in there. So it says, Christine, thank you so much for trying my wax. I'm always willing to hear feedback, especially if it's constructive. So please don't hold back, LOL. I think everybody knows I don't hold back. Looking forward to hearing to you. No rush though. She did know that, I was having surgery. That looks like it's going to be the end of February, maybe into March. I'm not sure. Just to keep you guys updated. But anyway, so this is the JANINE. So this is the Glitterati Candle Company. And I weighed this chunk just so you know. They're very pretty. This came to 1.9 ounces. So all their chunks are mostly like, 1 to 9 to 2, around 2 ounce, approximately 2 ounce chunks. So, which I find really cool because then I know I could just throw this whole chunk in the warmer. A lot of people cut these up. You can choose to, you can choose not to. That's your personal preference. So I will post all her information below. She does have a Facebook group. She keeps the Facebook group, I have to tell you, is really good. It says here a little bit about her stuff. They also do clamshells, I believe. It says we use a customary blend of paraffin and premium soy wax to create a semi-hard wax that holds the maximum amount of fragrance. As well, we use our own unique blends of some of the best fragrance oils available. Wonderful scents, great throw, and a touch of luxury. Makes a wonderful gift. So if you guys are looking for a chunk company where you can blend your stuff, you can come up with new concoctions and new scents and whatever, which I know is the newest thing. I'm horrible at it. I have a couple loaves that I just recently did. I don't know what they're going to smell like, but I'm horrible at blending, but like my nose knows what it wants to smell, and my mind thinks, okay, I got it. And then, sometimes I shouldn't say I'm horrible. Anything I've blended has come out good. It smelled good, but regardless. So if you're looking for chunks that you can blend, your own blends, the Glitterati Candle Company is somebody you should definitely check out. Again, I'm in no way endorsing this company, as I have not tested for this company yet. I only endorse vendors that I tested for, or that I've bought a lot of stuff and melted on my own. So if I say to you, you definitely got to go to this company, I'm endorsing it, even if I don't say I'm endorsing it, but if I've say you definitely got to go to this company, you have to purchase, they're amazing, stand out, that means I've obviously melted their wax. I mean, I'm not going to say that if I haven't melted anything. So so the first chunk that she sent me is in Heaven and Paradise. Now, let me go back a bit. Let me just tell you a little bit about, okay, so her clamshell tarts are 3 for $12 or 10 for $35 plus shipping. I haven't seen any clamshells, but she does have a whole scent list. Her Facebook group page, I don't see an actual Facebook page, but her Facebook group page like I said, I will post it below, is really well organized. And the reason I'm going to say this is because she updates her scent lists, and she has one from yesterday. So that's the scent list I'm going from, but she has all the different ones. She has one from November 4th, one from November 12th, one from November 27th. She has a product guarantee. I will read that to you. She has another scent list from December 17th. So each time she adds scents, she adds another scent list, which is really, really, really good. So, if you know something's like kind of seasonal or whatever, you can kind of maybe go to November or whatever and look for that. Or, if you just want, okay, what's everything she's got right now, go there. But it is very, very well. That's what I always do. First thing I do is go to the files. That's the first thing I do when I enter a group. If there is no files in that file section, I'm not all that, especially if you're selling from your Facebook group. Do I like that? No, I don't. It's not something that I personally like. I'd like to go to a store, even if it's an Etsy. But there are vendors who just sell from Facebook groups, and she is one of them. And actually, she's not one of them. I'm sorry. She also does have a, she also does have a page. So excuse me, but there are some people that just do sell from their Facebook groups. And if you don't have any files up, if you have no scent list, you have no scent descriptions, nobody knows the prices of anything, it's really hard to order, and it's really annoying, and I don't like it. This vendor does not do that. So she also has something here. This was from December. I'm just going to look at it really quick. This is the Glitterati product guarantee. So it says, as sole proprietor of the Glitterati Candle Company, I'm proud to offer an exchange or credit guarantee for the wax you buy. This policy applies to individual items of 2 ounces or less. It does not apply to multiple items of the same fragrance within an orders of the same to the same address, nor to orders of 16 ounces or larger loaves. So if you get a loaf of something, she's not going to exchange it. But if you get these 2-ounce chunks or whatever, she will exchange it. She says, if you don't, in other words, if you don't know if you'll like it, get a 2-ounce chunk or 1-ounce tart. And if you aren't satisfied, I will happily offer an exchange or credit towards an identical wax item of equal or lesser value. There will be exceptions, of course. I'll be happy to consider all circumstances. If the product you buy does not meet your satisfaction, just let me know, and happy melting. That's really good. Is it a little confusing? It's a little confusing. I mean, it's not pretty straightforward. It's kind of like, if you're not happy, talk to her. Don't post it on the group. Obviously, this is just etiquette that I'm saying. I'm adding in there. PM her, send her a message, and private message her and let her know, and you guys can probably work towards something. Now, she did not state whether if you're not happy with the way this melts, or if you're just not happy with the scent. She didn't say that, because it says actually exchange your credit towards an identical wax item. So I guess, say you get this and it's smushed, like it looks like a pancake. Okay? I guess that's what she's kind of saying, is that she will exchange that. It will still be in heaven and paradise. It'll still be the same scent, but it will, So Janine can further on this, comment on this, because I will post it in her Facebook group if that's not the case and the guarantee is different. But that is just something that I thought was really cool. So I'm just going to go to the scent lists. So she has 507 members right now. She is doing right now, so she sells through PayPal. She has sampler packs of ready to ship items only. Try out 4 to 5 cents for half a pound, $8, or 7 to 8 cents for a full pound, $16. Does not apply to custom scents, meaning you blended them yourself. There's a half a pound order minimum required for custom scent blends. Let me see. Continue reading brings me to a new page. Okay, her current TAT time, turnaround time for custom orders is 12 to 14 days, so 2 weeks. That's plenty of time to, if you had to, which, I've only had to do it once, but if you had to file a PayPal claim, plenty of time for you to still, be within that period. On deck in chunks, tarts, and or clamshells, a little asterisk denotes ready to ship list in limited quantities. So she has a ready to ship list right here. The following are currently not available for immediate shipping, but you can order, and I will custom make a batch for you as chunks, clamshells, tarts, or loaves. These are good sellers, so keep an eye out. And then she has all the sold outs and different scents, that kind of stuff. Then she has her, on her to-do list. So, I mean, it's really, and she is very active. So, you could always ask a question and she will answer. Very, very sweet, very kind, very, professional. So there's not too much on the Facebook group right now, but like I said, it's pretty straightforward. You want one of these, you want chunks, you want to blend it yourself, whatever, go to her. I'm looking to see photos here. I always go to the top list, guys. And she has a ton of photos. So she has scallops and she has chunks, is what I'm seeing so far. She has loaves. But some of these are customer orders, that kind of thing. So, just go peruse, that kind of thing. And, mainly her thing is chunks. That's kind of her main thing. But just go through, peruse, that kind of stuff. Like I said, when I enter a group, I always just go straight to the top and go through to see if there's any events, if there's any photos, any files, like I said. And she's I mean, scent list being updated as of yesterday. Well, that's really, really good. So that was the guarantee. And of course, I will post all her information below. Here's the scent list, doc. Okay, so this is Heaven. Back to this. This is Heaven in Paradise. Let me smell this. This is a beautiful red and white color. And her wax seems, like I said, it's not melting in my hands. I'm looking to see. I can indent it with my fingernail, as you can see there. So it's definitely cuttable. So if you wanted to even cut this, even though she chunks it up for you, if you wanted to cut it even smaller, absolutely doable. Loaves, absolutely doable. This smells amazing. Let me see what this is. Heaven and, oh, I'm all the way in S's. Where's my alphabet? Okay. Well, this was just updated yesterday, and Heaven and Paradise is not on here. So please, Janine, if you could let me know what Heaven and Paradise is, put a scent description so my subbies can also see. That would be great. The other thing, too, that I would like to see that is not on here is a pour date. Just so we know how long you should cure for, and how, you know, also to add to your Facebook group, to the notes or the files, how long you should cure your wax for, and what warmer do you suggest is the best. That's not to say you can't, you know, people can't use any warmers. I just find that people will ask you a lot less questions if you have that noted somewhere. So you're not always, people are like, you know, because once somebody might ask, oh, what's the best warmer? And then down the board, you know, it gets bumped and bumped and bumped and down the board, and then someone doesn't see it. So then they're like, this question's probably already been asked, but what warmer should I melt this in? Or, you know, what's your, what is your cure time, or whatever kind of thing. So this smells like some sort of fruity bakery to me. I can't really tell you honestly what it smells like, but it's some sort of fruity bakery. It smells very, very nice. I do like it. As you can see from the bag, her wax is a little soft, not super soft, but you know, it does smudge. But you know, I think the only wax that doesn't really smudge your bags is total paraffin. And sometimes even that can. But really cute. Let me get the air out of my bag. I'm a little weird about that. Okay, so that was Heaven in Paradise. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have that scent description, and I will need that, Janine, for testing, so please get that to me. Here is a chunk that is not labeled. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just double check, because, okay, that chunk was not labeled. The problem with these, I love these bags. I was mentioning it before in another video, these very, you know, glossy kind of bags. I have them myself, but labels sometimes have a hard time sticking to them, which is kind of annoying. This, for the most part, doesn't. I'm just, like, you could take your fingernail and, like, you could take this off. But this is in Plum Petal Tea Cakes. Plum Petal Tea Cakes. And LMNOP. Plum. This isn't on here either. Okay. This is going to bother me just because I really like a scent description. This is a really nice scent. I love the smell of plums. Do I get tea cake? Not necessarily. I don't. This package was delivered January 11th. So this stuff is, you know, I probably for the most part cured. This is just kind of like a juicy plum. And plum is a lighter scent, just so people know. But it's a very unique scent. I like it a lot. So this is Plum Petal Tea Cake. So, I mean, it could have a floral in it too. I don't know. Don't have a scent description on that one. This is Lavender Sage Shortbread. So as you can see, I mean, a lot of these are probably custom blends. Lavender Sage Shortbread. Now, so this is Lavender Sage, which I love, and Shortbread. Let me see if this one's on here, because she does have her, okay, so this is what I'm going to say, is that she has the base scents. That is her scent list, is the base scents. And then she mixes them all up into a chunk. So it's basically this vendor. I mean, not to say you couldn't just order a chunk of watermelon punch. I mean, sure, you probably could, right? But this vendor is more into the blending thing. So I'm probably not going to find any of these. Zen Garden, I love. I'm just looking. I go crazy with scent descriptions. Let me see. Lavender sage shortbread. I mean, I'm sure it's lavender sage and it's shortbread. Or it could be lavender cucumber sage. I don't know. But anyway, you're not going to get, she has, you know, leaves, lemon biscotti, lick me all over, little black dress, love spell. And then you will tell her, you know, 2, 3, whatever scents you want to mix together, and she will make you these cute little things. Like I said, I'm not a huge mixer person. You know, she's got fig, love it. But I'm getting more into it. So that's pretty cool. So if you're huge into chunks and you like to blend your own Glitterati scents, definitely. So I'm not even going to bother going through this scent list because there's really no point. Because, okay. So on her other page, which is glitterati-candle-company.com, they accept money orders by mail. And if you don't have a PayPal account, but they do PayPal. Let's see, combo half pound of chunks tarts and 3 clamshells for $26. Clamshells are 3 for $12, 10 for $35 plus shipping. I think I already said that. 1 pound chunks and or tarts for $16. Fragrant list updated frequently, which I just mentioned to you that it really is. So she has 5 packs, 10 packs of clamshells, that kind of stuff. So, and all you would do is you would hit, you know, buy now and, you know, in here, and then you would click the scents, you would, in the comment section, you would put the scents that you would like. Or, like I said, you could go off her Facebook, what she already has, and say, yeah, I want, you know, however many of those, and then she will give you a price. Okay, so I definitely smell the shortbread in this, absolutely. I smell a little bit of the sage. I'm not really getting lavender sage, to be honest with you. I'm getting shortbread. It's pretty light on cold. So I will have to melt this, but they're so beautiful. So they really are pretty. These scents. I did melt one scent, so I will let you know how that went. This is honeydew crumb cake, so this is probably a combination of honeydew and crumb cake. Let's see here. Honeydew crumb cake. It's green and yellow. Very nice. Okay, and I can smell both of these. I can smell the crumb cake, which kind of smells like a strudel to me, sort of like, and the honeydew. So like the topping of like an apple crisp and then the honeydew. Honeydew is not my favorite scent. I'm not a huge melon person, not my favorite scent. But I do like it. I know a lot of people love melons. I love the only melon that I really love is watermelon. But this is kind of a very nice, fresh, relaxing scent. I mean, you know, the crumb cake is not overwhelming. The honeydew on cold sniff, her stuff is light. That's all I'm going to say. Is cold sniff an awesome indicator? No, it's not, of how it's going to melt. This is orange blossom tarts. So orange blossom and something else, not quite sure what. This one I love. I absolutely love this. I love the smell of orange blossom. One of my all-time favorite scents. And this is gorgeous. This is just gorgeous. She, beautiful. But again, not overpowering on cold, but it's really nice. But I do need to know what she would like, you know, what she would prefer melting in. I will find out from her because once I get to testing. But I'm going to let you know. And here is an unmarked one. So Janine, if you know what this one is, please let me know. So when I test it, I know. My nose can't even, this is a much stronger one, but I can't catch what it is. There might be some grapefruit in here. Oh, Janine, let me know. What is this one? The orange, white, and the yellow, white, and blue one. It's the unmarked one. It smells really good. I don't know what it is. All of these kind of smell, they all kind of have a fresh hint to them, which is really cool and really relaxing. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what I have melted from Glitterati Candle Company. And I got this in a D-stash, and this was called, and let me look this one up, because that's what I got for the testing stuff, just so you know. But I just wanted to show everybody how beautiful everything was. I mean, my camera's probably not going to do these colors justice. They're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this one is just so cool. It's just awesome. They're all gorgeous. There's no glitter. I mean, it's funny. They call it Glitterati, but there's no glitter on them, which I love anyway. I don't know if she does glitter or does not do glitter, but I prefer no glitter. I just don't like it. I melted this, and let me see if she has this one. I'm sorry, you can hear me. She has sage and pomegranate. I so need it. No, she doesn't have this one up here. So again, this is probably a blend of something, and then she renamed it. This is Serenity Spa, and it looks like these are older labels. But I did get this in a D-stash, and I cut it in half. It was a chunk, cut it in half. It cut pretty decent. It was actually, it's hard to, you know what it reminded me of? And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this at all. See the ridge? It reminded me of a pillow top. That's what it reminded me. But it was a cube, and it reminded me of a pillow top mattress. And so it was pretty easy to cut, not too bad. This is just a really nice scent. I melted this in my bedroom in my 14-watt party light warmer, and it melted like a champ. The throw was a little light. I mean, okay, this is something that I do not do, is if something's totally melted, I don't then go, oh, it's not throwing so good, throw in more. I don't do that. I don't know why. I don't know if it affects anything at all. I just kind of feel like it might affect the throw, and then I'm wasting this piece. It was a lighter throw, but it was really nice for a bedroom. Closed the door. When I opened it, could definitely smell it. Very serene, very calming scent. Do I know what it's made up of? No, I don't. But it's very nice. And again, on cold sniff, it is light, but and I really like these labels. I really do. I mean, I know these are her older labels, but I really like them. I think I actually prefer this to, but see, this is handwritten. Although they're all handwritten. I actually prefer this label to this label. That's just my personal preference. But anyway, so, did it perform? Yes, it did. Was it lighter? Yes, it was. I'm glad I put it in my bedroom and not in my living room. But I will let everybody, well, I won't let everybody know, but if I have a chance, of course, I will throw in another chunk and, a different chunk in one of these. But I would please let Janine like the scent descriptions. So I will post all the information below, her shop, her Facebook page, all that information below. And yeah, so that's my vendor spotlight, guys. So again, Serenity Spa could have just been a lighter scent. It was light, but in the room, it was very nice. And it did last a long time. I do have to say, this lasted like a whole day. Like, even the next morning, like, I fell asleep to it. And of course, the next morning I could smell it. And then I went to make the bed. Like, I left, I went to make the bed, came back, could still smell it. I mean, it wasn't overpowering or anything. It was a nice kind of just calming scent, but it did decent. And but that was in my 14-watt, party light warmer, which usually I have that in my bedroom because it throws amazing. But if I had put like this in my 18-watt warmer, it probably would have done, been a lot stronger. But I do need to know what, Janine, what you prefer people to melt your stuff in. So anyway, that's my vendor spotlight. So I will be testing this, Janine, doing the professional testing as soon as I am on the mend. And I want to thank all the vendors, obviously, Janine and everybody, for understanding what I'm going through. And I will talk to you later, guys. Have a great day. Oh, it's Friday. Have a great Friday. Take care.